This video will quickly cover the 4 example scenes that come with the Bitcrusher asset, helping you to get started and also offering up some ideas on how Bitcrusher can be used in your own projects. To set up, add an audio source component to the game object. Select an audio file, and then add the Bitcrusher script. Essentially, Bitcrusher is a Unity script that once added to an audio source component exposes bit depth and sample rate reduction variables. There's also a mix variable to blend the original audio with bit-crushed output. Plus an overall volume setting. Here in example scene 1, I've also added some GUI elements to the scene. For example scene 2, I've mixed down the drums and music separately, adding a copy of Bitcrusher to each. Together, they sound like this. Now let's solo the drums and 8-bitify them. Now let's do the same for just the music. Both together in 8-bit style, they sound like this. And now with the drums returned to a higher fidelity. That's great if you want to 8-bitify your soundtrack, but Bitcrusher can also be used on one-shot sound effects to really bring a new dynamic to your games. Example scene 3 has the typical Mario 64 style floating block. The player hits the cube and the sound effect plays. When the player hits the box a second time, the texture changes and Bitcrusher affects the audio source, giving the player both visual and auditory feedback. Each time the player hits the box, the visuals and auditory feedback increases. Bitcrusher is dynamically controlled, so you're getting all of this auditory range from just one loaded in sound effect. Finally, in example scene 4, a sound file has been added to a spinning cube with 3D sound on. In the centre of the scene is a first-person character controller. When we start the scene, we can hear that the cube is whizzing around the player. Let's bring Bitcrusher down to 8-bit and reduce the sampling by 12. The effect still works great within the 3D space. Maybe you could use this by hooking up the sample reduction variable dynamically to the spacecraft's energy level. As the vessel takes more damage, the sounds become more distorted. We hope you've enjoyed this demonstration of Firebutton's first audio effect for Unity. We hope to release more effects later in the year. Bitcrusher is now available in the Unity Asset Store.